Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with my co-host James Mason. Our goal every day is to bring you insights and ideas into the daily trading activities. Coming to you live from the great state of Michigan. We had an amazing win in the football this weekend that may be representing, I may be the only partner of TTBB that will be representing the College Bowl Series this season. Good morning, James. How are you doing?
Todd, good morning. I will say anyone is better than Alabama.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Anybody but Bama. That's how I feel. Like, Clemson's my team, but I don't even. I'll be honest. I don't even.
They're going to a bowl. They're going to a bowl. Don't worry.
Honestly, I don't care. I don't even know what they're doing. I just want to see Alabama lose. That's it.
Well, Bama's got their hands full with Georgia coming next week.
Yeah. So I hope they lose, and I hope they lose from here on out to all eternity. All right, now let's get into it. All right, so the market is up. Dow futures are currently up 380 points right now. S&P 500 is up 52.5 points, and a lot of it is due in part to last week. The world was ending with this new COVID variant in South Africa, and now today it's, hey guys, don't worry about it. This ain't that bad. So that's where we currently stand with this variant. Todd, do you know anything else about it with what they're saying?
Two thoughts. One, Moderna came out right away, either sometime late Friday or even yet they released this morning. I can't remember the date on it. They're like, we got a booster for it. We have a vaccine. We'll be ready in early 22. So like, and Moderna has hit, their stock has jumped Friday morning and this morning. And the second thing that you're reading about it is it's a variant, but the symptoms are very mild. So mild that virtually nobody is being hospitalized from it. But we are acting like it's the original COVID. And I'm not trying to downplay disease and the COVID situation, but we are over there. My belief is they're overreacting to, because it's got the word COVID attached to it.
Yeah. So with that being said, in my opinion, a lot of these COVID stocks, a lot of these smaller cap bio stocks that are popping off of COVID news, just be careful, guys. Just be careful. There's going to be a lot of bears coming in to short them. And let's see, hold on a second. All right. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of bears trying to come in and short those. Because essentially, those were starting to take a little run off of the doom and gloom from last week. But y'all now know how the market is. It's so crazy that the market makers can get away with creating all this doom and gloom. You know, people are going to die because of this new disease and yada, 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 to get the market to pull back. And we know that they're buying that dip up because they know that the next week they're going to release some news that, oh, yeah, it's not that bad. And then the stocks are going to go back up. And then they made millions, if not billions, of more in revenue.
What'll be interesting, James, what'll be interesting for me is that, and I don't think we have a detection here in the United States yet, but when we have a first Omicron variant detected in the States, what does the media do with that information, and how do they share that with us? That'll be telling to where they think this is going to go.
Well, the media is all about spreading fear.
100%.
So that's all they do, because in the end, fear sells. Fear will motivate you more so than any other emotion that you could possibly have. Fear is what always drives people to do what you want them to do. That's just how the world works. That's psychology. So
fear will create action.
Yeah, there's definitely an agenda behind it all, and you know, I mean, I'm not trying to talk like conspiracy theories or anything like that, but I'm just saying is there is an agenda. There's a financial agenda, behind it for a lot of these companies. And at the end of the day, it's business. That's about it. So, Johnny, thank you for that tip.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Aaron Sparks says fear and sex.
Yeah.
We have the best. We have the best listeners.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes we don't have to add on to what we really want to say because they'll add it on for us and we can just acknowledge it.
we just have to be here for them.
Exactly. All right. So good morning, everybody. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Todd, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. No fights. No, we survived pretty much a whole Thanksgiving weekend with no major family blowouts. That's I don't know about the rest of you, but that's a successful. No, it was nice. It was nice. Ben was home from school, so family was around. It was a good time.
All right. Let's see. GGET82. Todd and I actually were talking about this ticker this morning, but GGET82 wrote BFRI, get in now. Ooh, let's talk about this. We didn't have this plan to talk about this, but Todd and I were just talking about it pre-market. So let me just go ahead and share my screen because I actually have it up anyways.
Before we talk about it, how about GGUT82 tell us why?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't think he's shared a lot in the past, so I'm curious to hear. Get in now. What does now mean and why? I'll give you a moment to respond.
All right, so I'm going to just share my screen right here. All right, so just a little bit of information on BFRI share structure. 11.6 million shares outstanding. Short interest. I'm not pulling anything up on my stuff. And I just feel too lazy to even go to marketwatch.com and look it up. So I'm not even going to lie. All right, so share structure, 11.6 million shares outstanding. I love that share structure, but I mean, this thing has already made a strong push up. So what we have to watch out for here is we can obviously see that breakout right here where it broke above 499 and had this just strong run already. So let's go to the 5-minute chart. We can see we had a pre-market high of 1139. Now, the thing is with this, if we go back to this daily chart, we're already extended right here on the daily charts. Hold on a second. So I'm just reading GGUT's comment.
Price target of 20. Low shares outstanding, 985 to 995.
Okay. All right, so we hit a pre-market high of 1139, and you can see that we've already pulled back. So looking at this thing on the daily chart, all these days right here where it had downtrended and then the gap up, a lot of those people had gotten out. That's why this first day was a red candle. And then the FOMO people jumped in on Friday and helped push this thing up. Well, today, this thing had gapped up so much pre-market. And you guys have to think, we have a significant gap up from right here to here. And then another gap up. And then another gap up. I mean, look how much higher that this thing is gapped up. It's gapped up higher than the high on Friday. So chances are this thing right here is going to print a strong bearish day. That's what I would kind of expect. We have a lot of people who are sitting in profits, literally sitting in 100, 150% profits, just depending on when they got in, and if not a little bit more. And I mean, heck, we might have some people still holding it from down here. But those people are going to start taking their profits, especially when this thing starts to print a red day. So looking back to this 5-minute chart, what I would watch out for is if this thing does come back up here and try to test these pre-market highs, I feel like the bears are going to try to come in here and start to short this thing back down. So if this thing does make a little bullish pop, me personally, I would actually stand by.
When we pregame talked it, I said anything over pop over 11 would be a short candidate for me.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to play it the same way. So hold on a second.
Curtis, what are the CO results due tomorrow on BFRI?
All right, so for BFRI, I would watch this thing at the break below 966. So let me go ahead and get this started. All right, so at 966, I would watch for that break below. Now, right here, this thing could dip below at 966. I mean, we're not far out from that. But I would actually wait until the market open, let it do its little crazy spike, and then drop, probably spike back up again. But let some of that volatility get out of it first. And if it's still above 966, me personally, if I was going to short this down, I would let that volatility get out of the way and then let it just tip over at that point and then break down below 966 and try to write it down in a short play. I think just based off the chart, we'd probably see about 840 today, just depending. I mean, we could break a lot lower, but I'm just going off of if I was going to short this thing. So I would personally just wait for the market to open, let it do its craziness, and then break below 966. And my target will be 840 to the short side. Now, if I look at it on the daily charts,
it just printed a bearish candle on our exits and indicators chart also.
Okay.
I mean, literally just right this moment. Look how smart it is.
I know, right? That thing is pretty damn spot on. So my short, so you can see that we actually already dropped below that. And the reason why me personally, for myself, like I'd wait to short this is, again, I kind of feel, and I could be wrong here, I kind of feel like we'll probably see that little bullish spike at the market, and it will probably happen quickly and then pull back down. So this is just going to be 100% dependent on how this opens up. I mean, if this thing would trickle down before the bell under 966 and I would never see that pop, then I wouldn't, me personally, I just wouldn't even bother chasing it just because it wouldn't be a clean setup for me. But I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm expecting to see happen here. So this will be interesting to see how it turns out. I do expect this thing to print a daily red candle overall and start to kind of pull back some here.
And I'm not sure I'll even short it. The short locates are almost 10 cents a share. That's on the verge of me. There might be in my world, there might be better candidates, so I'll pass on it.
Yeah. All right. So so like right here, guys, we can see just that strong, just red candle setting up. Again, like I would personally have to see this thing be above 966 when the market is open and then roll over. So this would just be one worth watching. I may or may not play it. Right now, it's not a clean setup. So kind of wanted to stand by the standbys. In terms of today, I just cannot see this thing being bullish today, unless if something crazy happens. I mean, anything can happen in the market. You can have a lot of bears jump in here and just get squeezed. you just literally don't know. So this is why you always have to trade with smaller position sizes and definitely be willing to cut a bad trade. And trading with the smaller sizes really helps out a lot. So let's actually talk about the tickers that we had planned today. So Naked Brand, ticker NAKD. This is going to be the Tesla killer. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking.
Those are big words.
No, I love Tesla. Like, this is not going to be a Tesla killer, but I do expect huge things from them in the years to come. For me, this is going to be a multi-year trade or a hold, really. Right now, I have 6,000 shares. I haven't even dug into this because I have this into another account, and really, I really don't care what the PPS value is at this point. My share average is 93 cents. I got a horrible average when it first started running up that first day when they announced that merger proposal with Centrio. I think that's how you say it. Centro or whatever. But anyways, they actually had an order for 2,000 EV vehicles that was announced this morning by Japan. So this company that they're merging with, they definitely have a viable product out in the market. They've been selling vehicles for a while now in Europe, and their expansion is already in play. Once they really get things going in the United States, I fully expect to start seeing their vehicles here. And I mean, they're already here, but I'm talking about in terms of being, more common. And out of the other EV companies, like real EV companies, I ain't talking about like, Ford or GM trying to get into the EV world, but true EV companies. I personally feel, and a lot of people can disagree with me, and really, I don't care because it's obviously my money. Same way it's y'all's money, and you make your own decisions. But I personally feel that once they have some time after the fact of this whole merger transition, that once they have some time to get their production capacity up to par, that they could really start to have some potential here. The whole Naked Brand thing, I believe that they'll drop off their whole apparel line because it's just irrelevant for the company. They won't need it anymore. Before all that, like, Naked Brand was just a trash company. And really the whole merger thing is so Centro can get their fillers into the market. That's it. It's just cheaper to do a reverse merger than to IPO. So I believe that they do have a strong future, especially when there are orders coming in. Now, yeah, 2,000 vehicles, but still, you have to start somewhere. But these are legitimate orders, unlike Nikola. I mean, we all know that Nikola ran up to $100 per share, and they just were pushing a prototype.
Right.
They didn't even have a product. So that's what I'm looking for here long term. And this is literally just something I'm going to have sitting in my account, just letting it ride out. Now, I absolutely don't think it's going to be a Tesla. Not at all. I believe that I don't want to call any like target prices out at this point because I want to see what they're going to do with this reverse split coming up in the future to kind of see where they, how much they actually reverse it. And again, those details might already be out there, but I haven't even kept up with it just because it's a long-term hold. So this is just what I'm watching for Naked Brand in the future, and we will just have to see what it turns into over the next few years. So let me run through the comments really quickly.
Hey, we're less than 7 minutes. Take a look at Twitter real quick. It just popped, and the CEO just announced he's stepping down, and the stock just jumped 10%.
Oh, this is going to get shorted.
That's it. Great minds think like you.
So we can see the strong downtrend going right here. And I mean, it started to consolidate on this daily chart these past couple of days, but that for this PPS value, too strong of a pop. So this thing will come up, do whatever it's going to do in whatever range up in here, and then the bears are going to come in, people are going to take profits. Like, we have a lot of bag holders here. All these people are going to start trying to take profits while the bears are coming in to short this thing down and to speed them up, taking profits. So this will probably print off a daily red candle after this gap up, but there will probably be some consolidation. I'm going to have to say probably around this $50 range, $49 range, somewhere in there. It's really kind of hard to tell the future, but I'm going to have to, so actually, let me just chart this out. So I'm going to have to say that the consolidation will probably happen between $50 and $49, just based off the daily chart right here, kind of going back to these daily candlesticks. And then moving forward, probably start to see that bullish reversal take place. Hold on, I'm just reading some comments.
You're less than 5 minutes to the market.
All right. All right. So, Brian, to answer your question, you asking me, do I think they'll reverse split? Like I said this before, like I do feel like with this merger for Naked Brand, that other company is going to want to change that share structure around, and definitely that PPS value. And some people have told me that they do have it planned to split. And again, I mean, I could look it up right now, but honestly, I just don't feel like it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to wait to see what actually happens in the end, to see about that split before I really kind of analyze it at that point. So once they do that split and everything gets finalized and the prices adjust on the charts, then we'll bring it back up and I'll break it down at that point and then start giving a target range for what I see in the future. So, but yeah, other than that, let's see. Will I wait to scale in to see? Yes, I will wait to scale in. So right now I have 6,000 shares, and depending on that split and how many shares I end up with in the end, I do expect after that split that it to sell off. And I'm going to see how it sells off on the daily chart at that point and where it finds this consolidation at before I decide to start adding shares. But that is definitely a long-term hold for me. So, all right, everyone, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We're about 2-3 minutes from the bell and start this trading day. So really quick, if you haven't noticed already, ticker BFRI is just tanking. So again, guys, like I was saying earlier, I mean, it's getting the hell shorted out of it right now. Like I was saying earlier, guys, I wanted to short it, but it's just the setup wasn't there for me.
I just saw something where BFRI just had an offering at 525 announced.
There are no coincidences in the stock market.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right. Well, that's all you need to know for BFRI. So don't, I'll be honest, there's going to be a lot of people trying to buy this damn dip today. On the first strong red day, you don't buy the dip. Don't buy the damn dip on the first strong red day. Never, because it's probably going to go a lot lower. So, all right, guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in today. Just remember, guys, trade safe, trade smart, use some stop losses, and let's go ahead and start wrapping up November. So Other than that, we will catch y'all later.
See everyone.
Oh, Aaron Sparks, thank you for that tip.
Nice job, Aaron. Thank you.